Awesome. Looks like that's working well. Okay, so this is the deck we're gonna play tonight. The only thing that we're gonna run that's different is instead of this River's Rebuke, I'm gonna run a second Glyph Keeper. That card really impressed me. I want to try it some more out of the sideboard against the negate decks. So let me export this and get it off Mana Traders real quick. Dude, I am so excited. You'd rather have... Oh, okay. I can get behind that. Fairgrounds Ward. I can get behind that, Brad. I am so excited for Madison. This modern event is going to be so freaking awesome. There are so many big names already coming. I think we're going to sell out. So I put a pre-registration thing on here. If you're planning on coming, you should definitely pre-register. You should come, Brad. It's not that far. Evan, you're already coming, right? You're still coming? Yeah, I'm really excited for it. A lot of Jaces being cast, a lot of Bloodbraid Elves. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm just gonna have a good old time watching. So I think on Thursday we're gonna play some type of Jace deck, because that sounds like something Evan's gonna be very interested in, and it'll be nice to have a mic on Evan this week. I feel like this is kind of gonna be Evan's stream on Thursday. We won't be streaming tomorrow. It's Valentine's Day. I'll be spending that with my wife. She's giving me a look right now. You can't see it. Yeah, Brad, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to your trash can birthday party either. Not really my thing. I don't really drink. Why are you giving me a look? I don't. It's March 16th? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I marked that as maybe. May 19th is the Louisville Open. I can't go to any PPTQs, so that wouldn't really convince me. Alright, we got our deck. Oh, okay. So it's, you strategically planned it so that all the grinders would show up to attend the PPTQ the next day. Gotcha. You're just trying to you're trying to maximize the credit card game is all you're really trying to do, don't lie. Alright, let's jump into a league. I don't even remember what we played last time. Alright, let's do this. Round 1. I very much would like to play first. Thank you. I'm gonna keep this. I wish we could play Minister on 1. But we just really need to just find like a refurbish, and I think we're good. Most people are gonna put me on control here. I have some stops on my upkeep because I've been playing Lantern. Fully expect this to get fatal pushed. Hopefully we draw a land and we can Champion of Wits. Get rid of one of these cast outs. Oh, nope. Sultai. Glint Sleeve Siphoner? Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Land? Land. Nice. Probably just gonna bin the Sacred Cat. I want the 4th land. I'm gonna bin Sacred Cat Cast Out, I think. And there's no reason to attack. I'm actually gonna try to double block if he lets me. And we'll mill ourselves afterward. Not sure if this is like Brad Nelson's Sultai deck yet, or if it's like a Snake Sultai deck. Huh? Looks like might be Brad Nelson's Sultai list. What are we binning here? Gonna want to keep this cast out. I think there's 3 Scarab Gods in the deck. Aether Sphere Harvester. I feel like that wouldn't have been bad. Do not want my opponent drawing extra cards. He gets to kill one of these. What? Why didn't it give me priority? Oh no! It's because I don't have any stops anymore. Shoot. Well, that's sad. There's not usually a stop in damage, right? Alright, so looking to put a God-Pharaoh's Gift in the graveyard here. I'll take the Let's take the... I think I want the land here. I guess I don't need the land. I'll just take the opt. Any thoughts on a tap out Esper control deck for modern? I think if I'm playing tap out control in modern, I'd probably want to play like Grixis. I think that has me more interested, mostly because of Lightning Bolt. So I have a decision here. Is it opt or strategic planning? And I think it's just strategic planning. I'm gonna take the planes. This will allow me to opt first next turn if I need to or want to. Worst card would be a main board Death Gorge Scavenger, but I'm not expecting that. Ooh. Is Brad running that? I feel like he's not. I think Gentle Giant that Creeping Tar Pit is a fine enough land, and the fact that it's unblockable is actually pretty decent against Jace. So I would look to be Grixis with a Creeping Tar Pit. Oh yeah, opponent just letting us do all the things. Well, we're probably just winning the game now, right? I could draw a tap land, but I probably want to be able to opt. But I feel like I don't want to auto yield to that. We'll get Champion of Wits here. Draw our 4 cards. Discard 2 cards. Let's do 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's bin our 2 creatures. And then I'm just going to mush for 4. Didn't want to bend the GPG because there's a good chance I cast it. We'll have 6 mana next turn. This opt could find us the 7th mana. And if we wanted to, if we find like a refurbish off the opt, we can actually Chart a Course, ditch the God-Pharaoh's Gift. Yep. Yeah, that attack seemed really loose. Yeah, I think Traverse Shadow is actually really good, Gentle, and I think there's a lot of debate as to whether Bloodbraid Elf fits into that, and I think that it does. Just the ability to like traverse into Bloodbraid Elf and then cast Bloodbraid Elf and get more value seems really good. I only worry that like, is the format, you know, I think people think or like these 2 cards got unbanned, so like the format's slower than you think it is, kind of thing. I'm gonna bottom this land, I think. All right. Get back another Champion of Wits here. Seems good. Go up to 8 cards. 2, 4, 6. We'll have 7 next turn. Alright, yeah. Opponent realizes that they're dead. Rightly so. Alright, so Fairgrounds Warden seems really good here. Ixalan's Binding also seems pretty good here. Jace's Defeat and Spell Pierce. I actually like the defeats because I can just counter a Scarab God. Vizier of Many Faces, probably not. Glyph Keeper, probably not. Fumigate. He's kind of like a lower 2-drop is what he showed us, but he's going to be bringing in more things to answer. I'm going to board out the Ops as a start, and guess the Settle. I'm going to board out 1 Cast Out because I think I'm just getting upgraded with the Bindings. Maybe I want the Fumigate. Keep Settle, don't take Fumigate. Maybe I want both. Could board out the Sacred Cats. They're kind of nice to like block early Glint Sleeve Siphoners though. Maybe 4 Fairgrounds Wardens, and the problem with Fumigate, yeah, I'm going to trim Fumigate because we brought in these Fairground Wardens. I'm going to leave 2 cats in as they help block. They help block the Glint Sleeve Siphoners. See, we put in 4 Fairgrounds Warden, but now I feel like you could overboard and like we don't want 4. We only want like 3 of them. I mean, how many answers to the god do we want, Brad? We have 4 Fairgrounds Wardens and 3 Bindings. Or through like a Cast Out and 2 Bindings. All the answers, you say. Okay. Alright, I feel like I have to cut the cats then. I'm going to just go with 3 Fairgrounds Warden. I think maybe the 4th one might have been a mistake. It's just too much to... I'm going to keep this. We have a God-Pharaoh's Gift we can pitch to Chart a Course. Yeah, I guess that's true, Brad. It's much better. It's pretty good against Hazoret. Here's the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Strategic Planning is probably just better than Chart a Course. No, I think... Because we need to hit a land. I guess Chart a Course is better because I still want to bend something. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, well we need a land. Surely the strategic plannings will help find us a land though. Fatal Push enters the revealed zone. It's gonna keep it. Keeps Fatal Push. I'm not sure about that. Let me get my F6 value on here. Can't block, Moto. Why are you asking me to block? Need a land. Now we need a white source and a refurbish. That's kind of crazy. We're only gonna be able to mill one more time with this, so I'm actually gonna block unless he fatal pushes. fine. Scarab God. Yeah, I'm sure that's staying right where it is. Fairgrounds Warden and a Settle Down. Yeah, I feel like these cards are going to run over the game. Wow, we are so unlucky. There've only been 2 lands in our top 25 card, or I guess 5 lands in our top 25. So we have to hit exactly... We have to hit exactly a white source here. Well, that's game. Gross. Alright, well, the game plan kind of went like I thought it would. Where the Glint Sleep Siphoner just threatened to run over the game and we had too many answers. Or we didn't have enough answers to that. I'm going to board out 1 God-Pharaoh's Gift. I don't want to get overloaded on that. I'm going to bring in 1 Sacred Cat on the play. God, I wish I had another land in that hand. Now we have no lands. And this hand seems fine. Need to find a white source, and we need to bin creatures and a God-Pharaoh's Gift. There's our white source. Huh. Alright, I'm bidding settle. I'm planning on strategic planning next turn. Another Glint Sleep Siphoner. Every game he's had this card. It's insane. Huh. Well, we're not casting Refurbish next turn. God, we've been really unlucky. We can chart and strategic planning next turn, though. Bin's a Scarab God, which means he probably has a Scarab God, or he's out of lands. He did get a Blooming Marsh. God, I hate Moto. I hate Moto. It asked me to block like that. It's so stupid. Alright, threatening to block the Glint Sleep Siphoner here. Pretty fortunate. Doesn't look like we're winning this one. I would have kept the angel if we had double white. Alright, we've been through 40 cards in our deck. We've seen one refurbish, so we have 3 refurbish and 40 cards. He's gonna play a Scarab God, which we can't beat. Alright, so we can draw Binding, Cast Out, Fairgrounds Warden. We would have drawn a Sacred Cat. This was good. It's so many draws. Can we beat this angel? I guess we have one turn to try to beat this angel. Only Brainstorm was in the format. Wow, he didn't tap out. That's scary. Two, three. We can Champion of Wits into... Wow, he went with Jade Light Ranger instead. Interesting. Hit 2 lands. So we can't beat a negate. Opponent definitely giving us a chance here. Come on, deck. This is definitely an out. Not perfect. We'll take it. Now we just have to beat the board. Definitely blocking here and milling myself, I think. If we hit a land and a Champion of Wits, we can cast it. Rather a 3-turn clock than a 2-turn clock. Now been through half our deck, only saw 1 refurbish. Alright. Still not a refurbish. Now through exactly half our deck. Yeah, I don't know why our opponent didn't get Angel. It's not the worst, right? Takes out this token. I'm also blocking this Champion of Wits. He already has 4 cards in hand, and just like if he spends his mana, I'm completely happy with it. It's another Scarab God. Yep. I mean, if we rip, all we have to do is rip exactly Refurbish or a God. We don't actually can't. We don't have any more God-Pharaoh's Gift, do we? 1, 2. We do. We have 1 God-Pharaoh's Gift left. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, Brad. I'm gonna leave my 1/3 back because it blocks his Champion of Wits really well. Hostage Taker, that seems good. Now the Angel's gonna come out, I think. Yeah. So I'm just gonna block. Oh my gosh, opponent, really? We're gonna use our Hostile Desert next turn, probably. Cast out. We're 1 mana short. I almost wonder if it's better to cycle here. Probably not. I can't let this thing. So, what do you mean I can get Scarab God? So the question is, do I get Fairgrounds Warden and take out the Angel? And then I block like his Hostage Taker and I take 2, 3, 4 damage down to 4. Or I can get my own Angel and make servos and trade boards. I feel like that's better. This hostile desert's actually looking pretty good. If I untap with it. One, still 2 for refurbish in the deck. 2, 4, 6. We can draw strategic planning or chart of course still. Also, just like a champion of wits would be really good. I kind of want him to spend his mana next turn, so I'm going to do this. Sure, I'm F6. So he has a swamp. Oh my gosh, we're doing it. We're doing it. Alright, so the first one's going to get back, I think, a minister. And then we're going to mill ourselves. Hit a warden. Not super excited about that. Take out the servo, I guess. Use it as a body. Hey, thanks for the host. Not gonna attack. The defense. Thanks for the host, Mason. Does our opponent win from here? That's the hope. I think not putting the hostage taker is the right play. So I'll block here, take 3 down to 6. Sure. I think the minister might have been better there. This is a lot of mana. Oh, sure. Yep. See what he bends. Duress Botanical Sanctum. Champion of Wits. I like that. Yes, I would like to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Yes, I would like to discard both of those cards. At this point, I don't think it's worth milling myself yet. I'm gonna get back a Champion of Wits and draw 4. Yes, please. Discard these 2 cards. Kind of want to find an angel, right? I'm gonna mill myself here. Right, there's an angel. That should probably lock up the game, I think. My champion's bigger than his. I'm not going to cast Charter Course because I want to leave open this hostile desert since we are at 6. We had no business winning this game. Oh, sure. Yeah, give me 1 sec. Sorry, I should have done that. Good call, GM. I was a little preoccupied when I started this morning. Or this stream. Destroy target enchantment. Yeah, that seems good. Alright, should be all updated, GM. Opponent properly identifying to get Fairgrounds Warden here. Take out the Angel. Yep, I like this. Yeah, we played Lantern on Thursday, GM. Just a note, GM, there's no negates in the list because this is more focused toward Team Unified Standard, which means we don't have access to negate. Just something to keep in mind. I can't really block. We have no more Fairgrounds Wardens in our deck. Huh. There's an Angel. I like that. Ooh, yeah. Doing it. Alright, so we get 3 creatures here. We're going to start with an Angel. We'll do +1/+1 counters. Then we're going to get a Champion of Wits and try to hit another Angel. We did hit an Ixalan's Binding, but that's not very good. So the last one, I guess, is gonna be another Champion of Wits. Oh no! I'm so dumb. Are we out of Angels? Maybe I should have looked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. I just drew my whole deck, fam. Just drew my whole deck. Oh, wait. What? Oh. Okay, so I have to resolve it. I was not looking at how many cards I had in my library. What are you gonna do? Yep. To be fair, we should have lost that game on like turn 3 or 4 or whatever turn he didn't get back Angels. So I guess 6, turn 6. It took us one too many turns to kind of combo there. I mean, we didn't combo until like turn 9, right? It's kind of what this version of the deck wants to do. Maybe we'll try an Esper version at some point. I like Kite Sail Freebooter a lot. I wasn't looking at my card count. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep. We have a lot of things we can draw into to find the cards we want. Charter Course is so insane. If you're gonna go, that's the way to do it. That's right. Alright, just need to find that refurbish. This is looking like blue-white auras. Could be mono-white Ketra's Monument as well. I can't block, Moto. Why do you ask me to block? It's actually better to just chart a course here. Cast out. I don't think we need this farmland. Yeah, it could be blue-white monument, sure. I mean, that last match, I like literally drew my whole deck. It was just unfortunate there were so many refurbishes in the bottom of my deck. The downside to ditching the farmland, ooh, I don't like that. Do I cast? I probably still cast out the Vanguard, right? Unless I hit. I don't have a creature in the yard at the moment is the problem. Could cast out the Baffling End and get a 3/3, but that seems loose. This desert can threaten to block next turn. Probably I can strategic planning and desert. Alright, there's the monument. Alright, well I don't need all these refurbishes. Do need another white source, so I'll take that. We'll threaten to block here with our hostile desert. Need like a Champion of Wits. Got it, opponent. Legion's Landing, sure. No, it flies now. Sad days. We're at 9, so I think I can. All right, we have a decision to make. This is 3 mana essentially. Yeah, so I'm gonna chart a course. Hope to hit a creature to bin. That's pretty much the best possible. Back this angel. Make some servos. Attack with my angel. Go up to 13. Next turn we can settle and have hostile desert up, or we can rivulet, which is probably going to be better since we don't have any targets for this God-Pharaoh's gift right now. Worst card our opponent could have is Ixalan's Binding, but that doesn't really like stop us from our game plan with Refurbish. Let's do this. Sure, something's gonna get pumped. Yep. Yep. I don't mind that at all. I don't really want to settle if we don't have to. A sacred cat, you say? And another God-Pharaoh's gift? Sure. I will get back the sacred cat. And I will get back the minister. Now I could have gotten minister and then milled myself. I am gonna mill myself because I want to make sure I keep stuff in there, but I think gaining the 4 life is fine, and like bricking on an angel is much worse. Short of our opponent having a couple of cast outs, I feel like we're ahead. Block. I guess the most damage. If he wants to pump again, that's fine. Champion of Wits is always a good draw. Spin these two, play this, I'll have settle mana up. Alright. That's gonna do it. Alright, so we have to worry about disenchant effects, cast outs, Catcher's Monument. Is Authority of the Councils like good here? Like, he makes so many tokens, I feel like we just gain a ton of life. I can get behind that. Always board out your ops. I'm gonna bring in the bindings for his cast out and bindings. And I think we're going to be fighting over bindings and stuff, so I don't particularly like Settle. I don't want to give him tons of mana. I'm okay with Fumigate though. Board out these sacred cats. I'm gonna board down a God-Pharaoh's Gift on the draw. In the play, I'll switch out the cat for the gift. we draw lands, this hand is really good. We're on the draw and we have a cycle with cast out, and if we just hit one blue source, we can strategic planning. If we hit one blue source on a land, we can champion of wits, and that just kind of filters our whole draw. I'm gonna keep. We have a binding, so we don't really need to cast out. I'm just hoping to treat this as a land. We're doing it. Alright, I needed the land here. It's okay, our chart of course can hit 2 lands and we're good. Strategic planning sees more cards. Oh, that's bad. We're just gonna lose because we didn't have but 2 lands in the top 20 cards of our deck. We already have a Fumigate, so yep. We're so unlucky. Hate you so much, Moto. Wow, we're just dead. Like, if we hit land there, we could have blocked here, taken 6, gone to 1, hoped to rip a land, angel back up to 7, and have a blocker, but we just don't have lands. I could hit... If I chart a course, I could hit land minister and make the same play. I guess we'll do that. 0 lands. 2 lands in 20 cards. That's insane. We're on the play here. I'm gonna keep. Strategic planning, looking for like champion of wits basically. Be more mana efficient here. Take the chart of course so I can bin the God-Pharaoh's gift. Basically the same start from our opponent here. Feels important to just block. I want to get a creature in the yard. I don't want this to have flying later. If I get to 5 mana on my Angel Invention, I'm probably in good shape. I feel like I'm supposed to just block. At least for this turn. It could Baffling End us. I'm mostly looking for a refurbish at this point anyway. Scavenger ground. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, pretty good. It's not amazing though. Like he can't ever tap out now. So I'm gonna bin. I don't want to bin plains. I'm gonna bin 2 lands to make the hostile desert better. Only downside here is I can't play this minister, but I think I'm okay with that. Looks like he's just gonna go for the sack now, sure. Doesn't necessarily seem correct, but that's fine. Sacked his white desert though. Not blocking this turn. Well, that kind of incentivizes me to block, right? Alright, I'm blocking. Could just fumigate here. And then like untap with an angel. This also gets the Maven off the field. Yeah, I like that better. Hitting a blue source would be good. Actually, lands are just good. Because then it threatens this Champion of Wits. It's fine. Binding on Vanguard doesn't seem bad, but I think I want binding for this binding. Or for a potential binding from our opponent. I'm not going to block the 1/1. I'll just attack for 2 back. Yeah. Might as well get my 4 life in. Fairgrounds Warden, that seems good. Okay. So odds are they would have Spell Pierced, right? I think I'm mostly looking for land at this point. Island's interesting. So we'll get farmland. Although getting 2 uses out of the cat seems good. Huh, but I wanna, yeah, I wanna take farm. I don't think it's right to attack. Opponent will just 100% to Scavenger Ground. Ooh, a little combo from our opponent. Probably gonna get back Fairgrounds Warden here. I like it. Plays a land. Takes out the Sacred Cat token. Seems nice. Probably wanting to block now. Try to hit. I don't know. I can hit land. I can hit like a refurbish and try to go for a God-Pharaoh gift with my minister. Seems good. Would like to draw a card. We don't have anything. Well, we have the minister to mill. I don't think I need both spell pierces. Do this. Now we can block here. If he pops dunes. Can pump this and make it indestructible. It's fine. We got our value out of this anyway. I'm never activating Minister until he... Still just turtling up here. Hard cast that next turn. Then he'll Scavenger Grounds in response, and then we will mill ourselves with the Minister in response. Yeah, basically the idea here is that Angel of Invention with either being a 4/4 Vigilance, Lifelink, and Haste that makes 2 2/2s, or or just being a 6/6 with 2 counters on it with Vigilance and Haste is pretty much unbeatable. I'm gonna sack grounds in response. That's fine. Yep, and then we mill ourselves. It seemed like a little bit of an early concession from our opponent, but definitely felt like we couldn't lose there. We had, like, even if he untaps and like casts out our bindings, our God-Pharaoh's Gift, we had a binding of our own. This deck basically just wants to go over the top of everything. Definitely mulliganing. It's a much better hand. Keep this one. Kind of need land. We have 2 Charted Course though, so if we had an untapped land, I would have been likely to keep the opt, because next turn then we could have ministered and opted, but since we have 2 tap lands, I think I just want to get minister on play. On the field, rather. Could be Mardu vehicles. Of course, then we hit. So yeah, I'll just play this out. Watch it get shocked, maybe. Yep. Magma spray, that's worse. Significantly. See if we can't hit like a sacred cat or something here. These sacred cats are just so good. It's like free fodder to discard. Opponent doesn't have black mana? Is that what's going on? The discard effects off of these Charter courses are much better than just like drawing 2 cards. Now, once I've got a God-Pharaoh gift in my yard, I don't really want to discard. I just want all my resources. So I'm gonna just Charter course here in the main, second main for 2 cards. Sweltering Sun Cycle. It's like a red-white prison deck or control deck, maybe. Yeah, we've drawn all 4 of our Charter courses. That's kind of insane. Yeah, it looks like maybe some type of control deck here. So we have to worry about Ixalan's binding a bit. So I'm gonna play this a little bit slower, I think. So we're gonna chart a course. Found a God-Pharaoh. 5 mana. Cast this. Cast this. Two lands away from just using our God-Pharaoh's gift. Scavenger Grounds kind of stink. That's fine. Alright, so it'd be nice to find a refurbish here. Fumigate, pretty much the opposite of that. I'm gonna make servos because I don't want all of my power to be on the same thing. Alright, so lands and spells are both good up for us next turn, which is always a good place to be. Opponent getting a land with the compass. 3. He'll be up to 6 lands here. It's a plains. Sweltering Suns? Nope. Champion of Wits is pretty good if we hit land refurbish. So I could also just cast another angel. That actually seems a little bit better. This is kind of the plan B of the deck, but it's also just a really good plan. We will want to play around Settle the Wreckage, but obviously we don't have to this turn. And that's the thing, GM1224. It's not really a blowout because, you know, like we can just God-Pharaoh's gift all of these things back. All right, so this reeks of Settle the Wreckage. So we're gonna attack for 9 here, or I guess we're gonna attack so that he can compass 1 and still takes lethal. If he has removal spell for 1, yeah, I'm gonna attack with 5. 100% getting settled though. It's fine, we'll get all of these lands. We just attacked with a bunch of tokens, so we don't really care. And then in our main phase, 2, 4, 6, 7 could force our opponent to spend some mana, but I don't think that's right. Yes, I will draw 4 cards. Thank you. Probably don't need this. Probably don't need this. I have a cast out for instant speed shenanigans. Yeah, that's fine. Fine, this is still going to be lethal. I'm going to do this on the end step and get the cast out back. Make 2 more 1/1s and then cast another Angel of Invention. Buried's fine. Cast out's fine. What is this? Is this exile all the yards? Sure. Alright, well, that was going to be enough power, so our Angel would have been 2, and we would have made 2/2/2 servos, so that totals to 6, and our opponent was at 6. Alright, Fumigate out, Glyph Keepers in, Bindings in, Spell Pierces in, Sacred Cats I think I want to stay in, Ops out, and then I think 1 God-Pharaoh's Gift, 1 Refurbish. They showed a Scavenger Ground, so I want to be a little less resilient on the, or reliant on the graveyard. Does red have, what does red have for artifact hate nowadays? They have a Braid. I'm gonna keep this. Nice little threatening hand. We're gonna attack with a bunch of 1/1s. No, it's a pretty good draw. It means we get to curve out here. Yep. Don't really care about Magma Spray on my 1/2. The fact that he left it in is also... I should have just played Farmland on 1. I knew it. It's fine though. Arch. Alright, just need to find a God-Pharaoh's Gift to bin. Did not. Bin both of our cats though. That's basically just free spells. It's like Lingering Souls. This game plan isn't very good. Like just Magma Sprayer stuff. Play out the Hostile Desert, I think. I don't want to show that quite yet. We don't have any lands in the graveyard quite yet. We need 2 cast outs. I guess we just bin lands, right? Opponent found white. I'm gonna leave the 1 Sacred Cat. Just in case we find like a God-Pharaoh's Gift or something. Looking to just cycle the farmland. It's not very good. It's pretty good. No cast out or no settle the wreckage mana at the moment. This Hostile Desert's shaping up like it's going to be real good. We could cast this out in response, but we're going to get our servos. Always get your servos against control decks. Yep, this is going to get casted out. Sure. And now the way this is kind of shaped up, I almost wonder if I should... 2, 4, 6. We're 1 land short. So next turn, if he like wraths our board and we draw a land, we can champion a wit. So I'm just gonna get that back now. Alright, settle the wreckage is a real consideration. I want to attack with this hostile desert. Probably not. He's got another cast out? Sure. Alright, so he can't settle here. Sure, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire this up. Get rid of a plains. Opponents have 5, a lot of pressure. Fumigate's not great, gains them 5, but we immediately get back champion of wits. So quick 2-0 over the red-white control deck. I don't quite think that's where you want to be in standard. I think that kind of showcased it. Yeah, the enchantment removal is good, but it's really expensive. And I mean, we were able to just win with a bunch of 1/1s and 2/1s. Now in block constructed, I will say that red-white is very good. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan this. This just doesn't do anything. We don't even have blue mana. Double God-Pharaoh's Gift is a long ways off. This is a much better hand. I'll keep this one. Wolf Mold is 6. As much as I would like that card at some point, I don't think I can realistically keep it. It's powerful though. Certainly don't want it at the bottom. Maybe I'm supposed to keep it and be a little greedy. Alright, put it on top. Might regret that one. No regrets. Fetid pools is a little scary. Would much rather play against like a Grixis control deck or a blue-black mid-range deck than I would like blue-black control. It's winnable, it's kind of hard. Alright, so it looks like a Sultai deck. Sure. Gifted Aetherborn. Immediately drew another angel. That's what you call unlucky. So I need a land, I want to see more cards, and I need to bin a card in the graveyard. So here we go again with this very unlucky. I think Champion's better, even though we need a land. Ideally, if we need to, next turn we'll opt and then chart a course. Double Gifted Aetherborn. Jeez. I can't block Moto. God, I hate Moto so much. Alright, need a land here. Come on, deck. Come on. Guess I'll chart a course first. Alright. Discarding one of these angels, I guess. So basically looking for refurbish at this point. But we also need a land. We need land and refurbish. Op's not what I want. There's the land. Champion of this. I think it's better to just go ahead and play the land here, and that way if we hit one of our 1-drops we can cast them. Well, we hit both of them. So next turn I probably want an angel if possible. I'm going to discard Sacred Cat and then a Champion of Wits, and I'll play out the Minister. I think we can go to 10 without problem. Fatal push the Minister, that's fine. Alright, well I think I'm just playing the Angel now. I don't think attacking is correct. It's going to look to trade, essentially. Sleep Siphoner's good. Alright. Chose not to do anything. Alright, so this is probably going to lock up the game here. Get back an angel. I'll make... yeah, let's do counters. %100% to block with this angel for sure. Yep. Opponent's just too far behind at this point. Okay, so Jace's defeats are good. Fairgrounds Wardens are good. Bindings are good. Sacred Cats are bad. I guess they kind of showed us more of a 2-drop strategy going on. I think Fumigate's pretty bad, honestly. Still want to turbo things out. Opt always comes out. Guess we'll board out the Sacred Cats. And... we'll do 1 God-Pharaoh's Gift on the draw. On the play, I probably want the 4th one. I'll probably board out maybe the Settle when I'm on the play. Oh, that's tough. The problem is like you kind of want the Sacred Cats to like help block Glint Sleep Siphoners, but you assume that your opponent is boarding into like more counter spells, and so the game's gonna slow down and you don't need them as much. Sand is very good. We have a Chart of Course to ditch the God-Pharaoh's Gift. We need to find 1 land. We can play everything on curve. Well, we need to find 2 lands, kind of. Opponent get mulliganing to 6, now to 5. Keeps his 5. Chase's Defeat's an okay card. Not amazing, but okay. Still need that land. Glint Sleep Siphoner definitely good. Found our lands. Now we just need to refurbish. So when I need refurbish, I don't like milling myself. Sure, my hand is very redundant. I have strategic planning and chart of course. If he has a god, he might just take the Jace's defeat, but it doesn't look like he does. It's fine. I'm probably just playing Champion of Wits this turn. Binding. Probably don't need another minister. Do you want the land? So minister. Chart of course, because we've already been something, and strategic planning sees more cards. Yeah, okay. Opponent gets to draw up to 2 cards. I'm double blocking. Not blocking that. Go for the strategic planning, leave open Jace's defeat here. We hit refurbish, which is perfect. And we will pass the turn. Opponent can't tap out here, basically. We're just going to go for it next turn, I think. The payoff is too high. I guess if we draw a land, we can wait a turn. Now we're certainly going for it. Huh. I feel like I could binding. His last card has to be a negate. I could binding the Deadeye Tracker, hope to draw a land, and then have refurbish plus defeat up next turn, and if I don't, I can just play Angel. I'm not under any like duress. If he has negate here for the binding, then he's gonna eat my Angel and my Champion, and that's pretty bad for me. Actually, he'll just eat my God-Pharaoh's gift, won't he? So, okay, we're gonna go for it. And it resolved. We'll get back our Champion of Wits, because that's just the best card. 3, 4, 5. I don't want to bin the gift. And I don't care if he eats these cards. I do want to bin a land, so I'm going to bin these 2. This is my problem with Deadeye Tracker, is like you play it and then your opponent gets a turn to basically do whatever they want, right? So it would have obviously been very good if he had like negate backup for it, but he kind of like forced my hand, and he forced my hand and he didn't have backup for it. So it just kind of hurt him. So now he has to eat my Champion and my angel. Take out the Deadeye tracker here. So now he's forced to act first. We have Jace's defeat back up for like something like a Scarab God. Now we can mill ourselves. We kind of bricked. These ministers are pretty good though. So we're attacking for 8 and taking 2, so we're winning the race. He can duress. I don't really care too much about duress. Scarab God's about all I care about. Fairgrounds Warden is interesting. Opponent's at 13. Kind of want to leave open Jace's defeat though, right? That's how like I lose. Alright, let's do this. Bricked again. So this. Still have Jace's defeat open. Get back another minister. I could have had lethal if he doesn't have a removal spell, but I'm so far ahead on board anyway. Yeah. Yep. Doesn't matter which he chooses, they're all basically the same at this point. Alright, well, we lost the first one on basically some screw. On very low odds, I guess, or yeah. But we've been 3-0 since. I definitely think we could have won the first one, we just got pretty unlucky. It happens though with this deck. It's kind of it's a variance deck for sure. It's still very good though. I think the deck's quite amazing. It's one of my favorite decks. I'm excited to see what the next set adds to it. Sacred Cat I think is the worst card in the deck, but it's also like a necessary card with mono red. But you could regulate them to the sideboard if you don't have a lot of mono red. You could even run like Sunscourge Champions out of the sideboard instead. And if we had just like a little bit more powerhouse, like, you know, maybe the deck's supposed to be like Esper. But I guess it just depends on what the new cards that come out are. So who's got their Jaces? Does everybody have their 4 Jaces? Is anyone saying, screw that nonsense, I'm not buying any? They're just going to get banned in 3 months anyway? Alright, we're both 3-1. We're on the play. I'll keep. I have Minister with Strategic Planning and Opt. I have a lot of cards I can see. We're a little kind of screwed on blue mana, so it's something we need to keep track of or think about. So these Strategic Plannings and Ops basically want to find refurbish at this point. We have enough mana. I'm going to take the Charter Cores here. I'm probably going to just mill myself. We could hit a refurbish, but variance is variance. Opponent must have kept a 1-lander. Alright, we found a gift in the graveyard. So now I'm just looking to draw cards. So I'm just gonna cast this Chart of Course. I think opting here is actually better, because I basically want to hit refurbish if our opponent taps out. So what do you guys think my opponent's on? You think this is some kind of control deck? MTGO nonsense? Yeah, that's probably right. He's 3-1 though. We have to keep that in mind. I think I'm just gonna start casting Sacred Cats. Censor me. Doesn't censor me. Alright, I'll take the Angel of Invention. If we draw a land in the next couple of turns, we can cast that, put a lot of pressure on it with these creatures. Looks like some type of Grixis control deck, by my estimation. Yeah, I'm not going all in. I'm gonna play it slow, attack him with a bunch of 1/1s. I think I'd rather have opt to try to hit a land than play the Minister. Don't find a land or find a tap land, I'll be so excited. Certainly wouldn't have Spell Pierce, right? Scarab God, Essence Gather. Could have Negate. We'll put that on top. I'm just gonna go ahead and cast this Angel. Make some servos. Attack for 1,000,000. His avatar might be a clue. That's fair. Sure. I mean, the thing is like, he has to tap out at some point for like a Scarab God, at which point I can just refurbish. I'm more likely to cast this one out though, I think. Slow and steady. He's not really dead if he refurbishes there. That's a little bad though. He can make a Thopter. Since I have the second refurbish, I'm just gonna go for it. Could have a braid here. Yeah. Alright, and that's game 1. Alright, Jace's Defeat's in, Glyph Keeper's in, Fairground Warden's in, Binding's in. I want my cats. I'm gonna board Opt Out and I think Strategic Planning out. Settle the Wreckage out, Fumigate out. One God-Pharaoh's Gift out. I probably don't need all 4 Wardens, right? Maybe we don't want any of the Wardens. Oh, John, yeah, so yeah, I don't think it was lethal. I think we were it might have been. We did have an angel, didn't we? Yeah. You're right. It would have been lethal. That's fine. We got there. I forgot we had an angel in the yard. Oh well. I'm trying to decide if Spell Pierce is better than a Warden. Spell Pierce better than a Warden. I don't think so. A lot of times they'll board into like Glint Sleep Siphoners against me. Sand has good cards in it, but I think I need to mulligan it. It's just really slow and it doesn't have like a chart of course or anything relevant. A much better hand. We can go 1-drop, 1-drop here, so I'm gonna actually keep this on top. Could get Magma Sprayed. Yep, there's a Glint Sleep Siphoner I was talking about. Play this. Basically looking for like a Champion of Wits now, I think. Gaunty, that's pretty good. You could hit a God-Pharaoh's Gift, that'd be a little scary. Don't think we're gonna attack now. A 3rd Sacred Cat, that's gross. What card did you get, opponent? What card did you get? Does Grixis control or Grixis mid-range? I wonder. Yeah, I don't care about Gaunty. Gonna attack with one. Sure. We need like a business spell, like a Champion of Wits. Hostile Desert is not it. Wonder at what point I'm supposed to cycle. Sure, the card under the Gonti is like a God-Pharaoh's gift. No, that's not good. Yep. Certainly flooding out. Opponent also flooded out. It's like 3 cycle lands though. I'm very jealous. We had to play ours early. Going up to 5 here. And the 6 cards. It's gonna be hard to beat. Draw is not coming together. Assume our opponent has an Abrade. No, Dan, I'm not streaming tomorrow. Can't really beat this card, I don't think. We're not gonna try. Tilt. The worst part is we can't even like God-Pharaoh's Gift as a draw doesn't even do anything. Our best card's probably Angel of Invention at this point, or a Champion of Wits. Champion of Wits probably the best card. I'm gonna start to hold a land in case we draw a Champion because I want to play the Hostile Desert. Nothing to see over here, opponent. I could. That can't be right. Opponent's seen 6 more cards than us. Yeah, he just has the God-Pharaoh gift. Sick. Probably gonna get negated. I'm just gonna concede. Oh, we were drawing Champion of Wits finally. That's sad. So we've had one game where we had 2 lands in the top 20 cards, and then this game was, what, 9 or 10 lands in the top 20 cards? Have to mulligan this, unfortunately. I'm going to keep this one with the Scry. Hope that Chart of Course gets us there. We have a Champion of Wits to help filter. We just kind of need 2 lands. That is a land. I think milling ourselves is probably better. Start this one, put this one. Can't attack, don't want to mill. Really want to find a land next turn. Hope our opponent taps out. Likely casting Fairgrounds Warden if we brick. Oh man, I think Champion of Wits might be better. Let's go. I really want to cast this Cliff Keeper. Opponent has to discard. Discards a Torrential Gearhulk. Does this resolve opponent? Does win the race. Can't block. Hoping, basically when they play their next land, if they play a land next turn, I'm going to refurbish into Glimmer mana. I didn't want to do it there, but I don't want my opponent to Glimmer. That's why I waited a turn. We have a 2-turn clock here. think Champion of Wits might just be better, actually. No, there is a reason not to. I don't want him to spend cards. I would much rather him, like, discard, essentially. Yep. Like, I'm playing into his mana, Brad. Like, I don't think I need to. Like, this is lethal. Like, now I get to go for Refurbish, and he has to answer the God-Pharaoh's gift, and he needs to answer all of this other stuff. Yeah, I don't care about that card. Another Glyph Keeper? That's pretty good. What happens if I fire up Hostile Desert? So he has to block here in the Thopter. So I think I just attack for 5 and play the second Glyph Keeper. Now he has to answer both of these? We draw a land, we can refurbish and attack with Hostile Desert. Chose not to draw a card, which seemed a little interesting to me. Alright, Glimmer. That doesn't do any. Gains him 2 energy up to 5. Okay, so he needed to make a Thopter, so he needs to find an Aether Hub here, which he did. It's pretty good. I'm gonna refurbish because he can't negate, and we hit the land. That's pretty awesome. These are my things. So he blocks here. So he's gonna go to 1. And he's gonna have a Virtuoso left over. No, can't block like that, opponent. There you go. And the thing is, even if he like Start of Extinctions or, you know, plays a board wipe, we just get to attack with this Hostile Desert. We can also bring back Champion of Wits. We are about to be 4-1. Unless our opponent plays a card I don't know exists in Standard. And our one loss I felt like was to very low variance, or very high variance, I mean. So yeah, this deck continues to impress me. We've got a 5-0 with it, and we've got a 4-1. And the thing is, we're not even playing the best 75 we could, right? Like, the stipulation on this deck is that it's for Team Unified, so we don't get access to any negates. I don't know if there's much else we'd want other than negate. And honestly, Jace's Defeat might just be better in this deck. We do have Spell Pierces. You know, maybe the Spell Pierces are supposed to be negates. I kind of wanted to, like, cut it. The 4 Fairgrounds Wardens seemed too much. We used to have a Vizier of Many Faces, but we, like, never brought it in. I could see, you know, in the other card, the main card we're not playing in this deck is Search for Azcanta. Like, that would be an insane card in this deck, and we don't have access to it. And that's fine. So the Vizier of Many Faces is kind of in medium. I could see going down to 3 Fairgrounds Wardens again, and maybe like up on Authority of the consoles. I mean, Fairgrounds Warden's going to be really good against the red deck. Glyph Keeper has been insane. I still want to try switching the cast outs from the main to the sideboard and run bindings in the main, or maybe do like a 1-1 split or something like that. I think 22 lands is the right number of lands. I think Hostile Desert has been really, really good. Yeah, we'd want 2 search. I agree. But we don't get them. Card is very good in this deck. I agree. Yeah, I mean, like I said, well, maybe one more settle. I don't know. I don't know how many settles you want to give your opponent, or how many lands rather. And honestly, like, there hasn't been a situation where settle was amazing. Like, especially game 1, you just kind of like do your game plan, and they don't have a way to answer you. And settle and fumigate are really just there in case you have like a bad draw and need to buy time. But with 4 strategic planning, 4 charted course, and 4 champion of wits, you churn through your deck so quickly that I feel like those 2 cards aren't really necessary in the main. I think the problem though is like you don't really have sideboard slots for them, and I don't know what I'd run instead. You could run Spell Pierce in the main, but I'm not a big fan. Like, again, you're just such a good game 1 deck. Maybe 2 Fairgrounds Wardens would be fine. Yeah, I mean, if there's a lot of red, then I would definitely have them in. And, you know, there's going to be red at the Team Unified event, right? Like, that's one of the archetypes for sure. And there's just, you know, that's going to be expected. So, yeah, so if you're new here and you're not currently following, hit that follow button. Helps me out a lot. Doesn't cost you anything. We stream every week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, from 6 to 9. I'm also doing coverage for all the Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series. Our next event is in Madison. It's on March 10th. It's going to be modern. So you get to play with the new cards. Big event. Big names are going to be there. I can't drop them yet. But there's going to be a couple pros, some big people from the SCG Tour, as well as a couple streamers. So it's going to be a huge event. In terms of modern, I'm really excited. There's a lot of improvements we're making on the stream, and so yeah, if you're not following, head over to Nerd Rage Gaming Live on Twitch, and hit that follow button, and you'll know when we go live. But yeah, it'll be March 10th. Will be the modern event. Also want to mention we are sponsored by OCM MTG. OCM MTG is a vendor out of the Midwest. They have an event coming up this weekend. Let me get you a link to that. It's a Team Trios event. And if it wasn't 4.5 hours away, I'd probably be trying to go. But it's a little too far of a drive for me, given how much travel I've done recently. And are you trying to show me that thing? Oh.
No, but I sent you a Valentine.
Oh, okay. Michelle sent me a Valentine, she said. Yeah. So yeah, like if you're in the Midwest, you're not currently going to that event, and you somehow don't know about it, you should attend. Find 2 friends. Chris, who owns OCM, very great guy. Pleasure to work with him, and super excited for that event. I heard that there might be some coverage, but I don't know if anything ever came of that. But yeah, that's that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to give these cards back to Mana Traders, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. There will not be a stream tomorrow because it's Valentine's Day, but I will be back on Thursday. We're going to be playing Modern, and we're probably going to be playing Jace. I don't know what deck we're playing yet, if it'll be Miracles, or Grixis Control, or Blue-White Control, or what, but it'll definitely have Jace in it. Assuming Mana Traders has copies of them, which I'm sure they will. I'll make sure we'll get the deck built early so that we have those cards when we need them. But yeah, that's it for me, guys, and I'll see you on Thursday. Have a great night.